Good morning, AP Gov. I got a fun little assignment for you to do today. Actually, I have two. This first one, I'm going to read you a scenario and play you this short little PowerPoint to kind of update you on the story, and then you're going to write a response to this story. The story is called The Sacred Blade Case, which is about balancing the First Amendment free exercise rights versus rights of society to stay safe and orderly and secure. So this kind of highlights the balance and the conflict between constitutional rights and societal rights. So I think it's going to be a fun little activity for you to do. We would have spent about half the class doing this and discussing this in class. So I'll be interested to see yesterday's Flipgrid. It was almost unanimous. I think it was unanimous, as a matter of fact, that everybody said that the cheerleaders' actions were unconstitutional. That was true of both my liberal and conservative students. And many of you did a great job of using a prior case to try to explain why you thought it was unconstitutional, and you're going to need to do that today as well. So let me give you the Sacred Blade case and give you the assignment for today. Fifth grader Rajinder Singh Chima, here pictured with his sister, was playing basketball on a school playground. He had the ball and jumped up toward the hoop, aiming for the basket. His shirt slid up, and under his shirt was a small knife hanging strapped to his chest in its case. The school had a rule that said no weapons were allowed anywhere on the premises. This is the actual sign that's at the school. When the principal asked him why he had brought the knife to school, Rajinder explained that it was part of his religion. Rajinder is a Sikh, a religion founded in India 500 years ago. There are about 100,000 Sikhs in the United States today. The knife is called a kirpan, and this is both of the knives that Rajinder had. The one on the right, the smaller one, is the one that he brought to school. The knife called a kirpan symbolizes the religious duty to help people in need. When Rajinder was baptized, he was told not to pull out the knife and never hurt anyone. The knife, a carved, dull-edged dagger worn in a case, hangs around Rajinder's neck under his clothing. The kirpan is supposed to remind the Sikhs of their religious duty to defend people who can't defend themselves. It's about as sharp as a dull butter knife. The principal is in charge of enforcing the school rules. The rule says no one may bring a weapon to school. The purpose of the rule is to keep everyone at the school safe, peaceful, for everybody. Many parents are worried that their children could be hurt if weapons are allowed at school. So here is your assignment. What is your decision as principal of this school? Does the student have a First Amendment right to carry the kirpan to school, or does the school's zero tolerance toward weapons win out? You're going to write a one-page response, and please keep it to just one page, and make it a Google Doc, and you can therefore share it with me to explain your answer. You must use past Supreme Court cases to help you make your decision, and those cases need to be free exercise clause cases, not establishment clause. We're not asking about whether the government can bring the knife. We're asking whether a person can bring the knife, or an individual. So give me your answer to this, and you're going to turn this in on Google Doc, and I'll share some of the responses with you, and we'll take an overall vote after you're done. The second item you're going to do today is you're going to make another Flipgrid video. In this case, here's your scenario. In the United States, there's another religion called Christian Scientists, and depending upon their strength of belief, Christian Science does not believe in taking medicine. They believe in healing through prayer. Principia which is right down the street from Parkway West on Clayton Road, is a Christian Science school. And so they believe that prayer heals the body. You have a couple that has a child who has strep throat. Once the child starts to complain, and the child is 2 years old, the child starts to complain of a sore throat. The parents then start to take action by praying at home. When the child becomes worse, they then go to their elders at their church, which is what the process is in the Christian Science religion, and they increase the amount of prayer and who is praying. The child continues to get worse, even though the prayer sessions become more frequent and utilize more Christian Science elders, and eventually the child dies. The question is, would you prosecute the parents or not? For those of you who immediately jump to, yes, I would prosecute, let me be devil's advocate and let me be the lawyer of the child for a second, or the lawyer for the parents. If you want to prosecute the parents for child neglect, I would argue that the parents are not neglecting the child. Neglect means that they did nothing. They did something. They did exactly what their religion prescribed for them. They utilized prayer. And just like medicine doesn't always work, neither does prayer. And if you are willing to prosecute the parents, then are you saying that the government can force medical procedures to happen? And are you comfortable with that slippery slope? So those are some things to consider as you make your Flipgrid video about Christian Science and the Christian Science couple and the death of their 2-year-old child. So these are 2 examples today of free exercise rights being utilized. This is real world politics, and I'm interested to see what you have to say in both of these exercises. So the Sacred Blade, you're going to turn in a paper, and on your Flipgrid, you're going to make a video about Christian Science. Look forward to seeing both of your responses, and have a great day. Tomorrow we will start with the First Amendment and speech. Have a great day, and I will see you guys at 1 o'clock on the video.